going to be fun?
I think it's going to be extremely fun, but I will say Secret. I won't cop out like Kyle here.
Well, there's only one way.
OG.
All right. Well, there's only one way to know who's going to take the first game and who's going to take the lead here in the upper bracket semifinals. So for the game, I'm going to hand you over to OD Pixel and Tsunami.
Thank you very much, GVS. Secret versus OG, best of 3. A very exciting matchup between these two teams. I'm OD Pixel. I'm joined here by Tsunami. We've got a lot to talk about. One of the big ones, Seb, bringing the Treant to the main stage.
They tell me this hero's been just completely off this map, and I'm not surprised. The dude's invisible half the time. Teams do not find very much strength in Treant Protector, but like they mentioned on the panel, the damage reduction is so valuable with the living armor, as is the invisibility and the roots versus the Storm Spirit. We'll see if it's enough.
Well, let's see indeed as we get ourselves into the action.
Secret OG.
Secret was this Juggernaut, and the panel said, you know, with the Jug, it can sometimes be that hero you sort of try and fit into a draft where other better options have been banned out. Would you agree with that, or do you think for Secret it was the plan all along? Do you see the power that Nisha's Jug can have in this match?
I think it's a plan whenever you see a Treant Protector, and you just want something that you know can't really mess up. They have solutions for the root with the Blade Fury, but Juggernaut has not really seen that much exposure compared to the other hard carries that we've been seeing, like the Morphlings, the Drow Rangers, these types of heroes. But like Sheeper said, there's really nothing that you can do wrong whenever you pick a Juggernaut.
Now we'll see what sort of lanes they have starting off. Of course, Thompson on the Pango. We've seen him have a sort of hit and miss on sort of the Pango in the mid, sort of the role and position that not a lot of teams are sort of dabbling with the hero on. Do you still sort of see that a Pango can have a big impact and sort of works with the lineup that OG have?
So previously, Thompson had played the Pangolier in the group stage, and initially I was very hopeful. Thing is, he went for a very utility-based build as opposed to a damage-dealing build. He went for like Greaves, and he was just trying to buy time for Ana's carry. It didn't really bring them any success, and they ended up losing the game with a Phantom Assassin. But this time, we'll see. I think the utility can go a little bit further when you have a Treant Protector to help you survive. It's just, the hero's not very tested. It's just, Thompson is just a beast on it.
We'll see for the moment, Secret. They've got the 3 up top, making sure that they can secure that bounty rune. Nisha on his own down bottom will be sure to see, you'd imagine, one of the supports of Secret head down there. Seb's going to start off on this top lane for now, alongside the, obviously, side lane bat. Nisha, Ana farming on the bottom lane. He's going to start though as the PA with that backup. And of course, as we can expect, the chat wheel gameplay is going to be incredible this game between both teams. But Secret, they do have an answer. They have got that silencer and could be a bit of a meta pick to deal with the shenanigans of OG in their chat wheel. We'll see if it works out for them. But getting into lanes, any sort of lane that you can see that someone's going to have a lot of trouble in? Is there anywhere on the map that looks very difficult for one of the sides?
Well, one thing that is slightly concerning is that Puppy is the hero with the Sentry Ward, and he did not know where the Treant Protector was going to show up, so he ended up going bot before placing a sentry up top. Unsurprisingly, the Treant Protector takes Nature's Guides at level 1, and now Zai has to deal with this Treant Protector just punching him silly.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a risky lane, especially on the sort of the early levels. Obviously, down the line, Zai is going to have a lot of elusivity with the phase shift and the orb. But for now, if Notel ever gets those stacks up and him and Seb are able to chase him and punch him, he's going to be constantly forced away from the creep wave.
And they just want nothing to do with the lane. Yaps already stole the previous creep wave, and now Zai's stealing the next one. They just want to stay as far away from this Treant Protector as they can.
And some brilliant stats here as well, as we can see when Seb plays that Treant. It is very hard to predict where he's going to be on in terms of the safe lane or the off lane. But OG, very versatile, was starting it off. So, you know, even for a team like Secret, who's at the top, very hard to predict what position he's going to be starting in. One lane. Nisha getting a lot of damage here onto Ana with that Blade Fury. He has got the curse upon him as well. Ana still alive. Waits for the curse to end, so he's then able to throw that dagger back without any repercussions. Keeps him at bay. Farm down bottom at the moment. 5 for 3 on Nisha, 5 for 2 on Ana. A close start. I'm definitely seeing that OG have to be careful. Any chance that Nisha gets to chase down one of the two of them with the Blade Fury will be a pretty scary one on this mid lane. Thompson doing a lot of work against mid-one, bringing him down very low. Yapzor is there by mid-one's side, so it's a little bit of a bait. Thompson's got to be careful. There's a Fisher to block him off. Thompson is in a lot of trouble. He's very deep on the stick charges. He has got a swashbuckle. It will get him over to the side of the tower. It was in range as he moved past, so it will hit him, take him out of the game, and give mid-one that chance to have at least a wave to get that CS advantage in mid, which was very even for the most part so far between the two of them.
Very narrow timing. He just barely had the stick charges to get that swashbuckle out, but unfortunately in the vision of that tower, and Yapzor's movement gets him first blood for his Storm Spirit. And this is the kind of thing that OG are going to have to do, because we saw that heat map. Treant Protector's not going to come mid very often, so Yapzor can go everywhere.
And this bottom lane, as you say, Yapzor sets up with a Bishop, blocked up and no escape. Another kill for Secret down bottom. As especially, you know, with Ana being on his own and the three heroes there, for the time that JerAx isn't around, Ana has to be very, very careful. He has got a... the wave's pushing out, actually, so he's not going to have too much to farm. Secret taking control and momentum on this safe lane.
And this is not a combo that typically a Grimstroke and a Phantom Assassin will be able to abuse. Normally you just slap an Inkswell on her, she's immediately going to close the gap with Phantom Strike, but Juggernaut's got Blade Fury. He's more than okay using it defensively.
Up top, the pressure continuing to be there on Zai, but Zai is still picking up decent levels from that lane, and he is getting some sort of CS on the top lane puck. Mid lane, even after that death, Thompson still keeping pretty close to the farm of mid-one. 21 for 5 against the 17 for 2. He's going to hope for the 4-minute rune top, and he will get lucky as he gets able to bottle up that double damage. A very nice rune for him to find, as it could secure him at least a wave or two at farm.
He wants to join. He knows what is at stake here, and there are a lot of pings coming out, though, as Radiant do have wards.
Tries for the swashbuckle, it's going to be off the mark, so unable to get that initial damage out into mid-one. But yeah, this would have been the beautiful time for OG to go before he hits that 6 on the Storm. But as it is, mid-one, he's got back. Yapzor is going to be the one coming with him, as well as Puppy. JerAx in a lot of trouble as Secret outnumber JerAx with their own support movements. Get their third kill, starting to get this early advantage, Secret.
You see the density of observer wards on the southern side of the map. Radiant has to be so very careful of whenever JerAx decides to rotate. But on the flip side, OG need to be very, very aware of when Yapzor decides to move around with his boots first. And now a Soul Ring completed on this Earthshaker. Just 4.5 minutes.
Lane, Thompson, he was baited in for a bit of a play. Tried for mid when he has got the stick charges. As he will have swashbuckle up in a few seconds. Mid-one already getting himself far, far away. So Thompson will not be able to chase in bottom lane. Another Fisher block off from Yapzor. It's causing a bit of issues for JerAx. And JerAx chased down by the Blade Fury again. Yapzor's movements up and down the map, causing so much trouble for OG in this laning stage.
This is kind of the penalty. I mean, Seb has 3 points in living armor, but there's a lot of DOT on the side that can just take off these instances very, very quickly. You've got the Blade Fury, you've already got 2 points in Arcane Curse. It heavily mitigates what should be a very, very valuable defensive spell. And obviously, against the Storm Spirit, it's going to be great because it'll block the overload damage and the right-click damage, but Thompson does not really need the help. So it's mainly these side lanes that are not benefiting from his living armor as much as they should.
So Seb does. Let's get Silent. Still gets the root off, of course, with that passive hit. But Zai is keeping it safe. Seb getting a lot of farm, obviously, on that top lane, with No-Tail's constant backup and harassment being thrown the way of Zai. And we'll see what Seb is going to be able to do with that down the line. Bottom lane, again, Yapzor. He's eyeing up a chance to get a Fisher out. JerAx and Ana, they've got to be careful. The curse already on there, onto the PA. Ana, he's trying his best to run, but with the Blade Fury damage from Nisha, Ana's in a lot of trouble. He will jump over to the side and has the stick charges. No-Tail will come in to offer some backup. Ana still ticking down to that curse. Is it going to be enough to kill him? I think it is. He's going to die to it. One more tick. It's gone. It was enough damage. He was forced to do so, of course. If he didn't blink and of course the curse to proc even longer, he would have died. So he's dead either way. This one was probably more painful as it took it longer to die, so therefore longer before he's going to get back to the wave.
And yet again, more int goes the way of Puppy. Dude has 8 int at 7 minutes into the game, and may get a little bit more off Jerax.
Yeah, looking for this Grimstroke. They're going to find it. Puppy just getting smarter and smarter. 10 in at 7 minutes. Got to be one of the fastest. Now they look towards Anna. Anna tried to jump in for this one. They're looking for the kill onto the PA. Does have the living armor from Seb, but the control from Yapso. The curse is back up Anna. He's got to run. Will get back in time. Jerax is there with the backup. So Secret won't be able to dive for another, but 6 kills, 3k lead. Secret off to a bit of a dream start here.
It's rare that you'll see Arcane Curse be so effective early on, and he's not even laning against the Bad Rider, who would normally be the target for the Silencer. It's mainly against this Phantom Assassin, who, you know, your evasion's great and all, but it's not going to help you against magic damage. She's getting more and more sustained from the living armor, but, I mean, this is your top lane was a Treant Protector and a Bad Rider.
Oh no, it looks like another OG. Jerax caught out Yapso, making it look so simple with these Fisher block-offs. OG, they will try and turn. The Ink Swirl was there for Anna, jumping forward onto Puppy. No-Tail also comes in with a TP. Can they actually chase him though? It's going to be hard. Another dagger's out upon him. Puppy, he's trying to hide. The healing works there as well, healing him up, but Anna will get in. They will get the kill upon him. So OG able to get their first kill, taking down Puppy.
Invis Storm Spirit wants to get some vengeance though.
Level 7 full mana from the Invis. He has a lot to play with. The Thompson is there as well. So can react with a quick Rolling Thunder. Nisha's going to start having a bit of a poke at Thompson. Swashbuckle used into Rolling Thunder. It's going to get cancelled by the Fisher. Then the Vortex. They're controlling it. Can they burst it before he gets the on-off? They can. They burst down Thompson. They'll turn towards Anna. They're going to get both cores out of this. More and more in for Puppy. 16 in at 8 minutes.
This is outpacing any sort of benchmark any support Silencer would ever have. It was, what a well-timed Fisher. If the Thompson was able to get that Rolling Thunder off, it would have been much more difficult for them to get that kill. And they still did have to end up burning Omni Slash to finish off the Phantom Assassin, but that's absolutely worth it.
OG have got to try and find some slowdown somewhere. As all this chaos has been going on, it has been that top lane where Seb, the magical man, has been left to himself. He's going for the phase, into that Yules, for that control, that setup. He's going to need to make a lot of moves happen though when he has that done. Bottom lane Thompson, he jumped in with the Swashbuckle, the Blade Fury, the Fisher. Thompson, he's got the living armor, so he will be safe, but playing on the very edge of his seat there. Thompson out to be careful, especially with Puppy around. If he gets a curse off, OG will be in trouble. Now we'll see the movement. Seb coming down to this bottom lane. They've got the 4 of them here, OG. They need to find something big. Anisha, he's a tough target. We'll see if they can get any sort of setup. They'll move on to Puppy first. Jump forward, Thompson, Swashbuckle into the Rolling Thunder. They should be able to punch down Puppy. Can they get more? Jerax will for in return. Anisha with the blade. Oh, the living armor actually in the Ink Swirl. Jerax, he's fine. They'll turn towards Yapso. The Shaker's in trouble as well as Thompson. He'll get Yapso. OG able to react. Seb joins the fight. And for the first time, OG will get the better trade.
Extremely well played by Seb. You can tell that this dude is a Treant player. Radiant had placed a Sentry Ward on the side lane because they knew that eventually a Treant Protector was going to come by, but Seb took the long way around on the east side, skirted around the radius, and was able to just surprise Secret.
Yeah, Seb just keeping the game in check for his team, making sure that there's a game for Anna and Thompson to keep up in farm. A couple more fights like that and OG can close the gap. A lead that Secret have created off their strong lanes, off those strong early movements from Yapso bottom. Seb starting to poke a Puppy. Jerax and Thompson are here, but Puppy just a little too far away. I'm going to say that Seb, he is using the ult, seeing if he can continue to go for this. Really wants to take down this Silencer, and those punches there sure are hurting. Jerax is here as well. Ink Swirl to allow Seb to continue to close the gap, and Puppy's gone. Nisha, once again, he's got Jerax's number. He's going for the Blade Fury. He will find it, but Thompson, Rolling Thunder, doesn't have enough control, nothing to bounce off immediately. So Nisha will be able to back away. And 1-for-1 there between the supports.
And Seb was able to get out, just started teleporting as soon as the Vortex was used from the Storm Spirit. I mean, it's a surprisingly quiet game from mid one.
Instant moves as well for Secret, looking to take down Anna. Anna's got backup though. Jarek's in with the TP, No Tail's on his way over as well. Anna waiting for the curse to end before he jumps. No, he's got to make a jump now. Wants to make the use of the ink swell. Looking for Poppy, the squisher of the heroes. The slow's there, but it's not enough. Anna's got to be careful now. The silence kicks in. No Tail and Jarek's walk towards side. They've got the lasso. They drag Zai back. Can they kill him off before he's out? He's got the stick charges, the echo. Yapso baits Anna in. The control and the damage is there to kill off the PA. Fisher onto Jarek's. Another living armor from Seb. Keeps Jarek's fine. Ink swell, the chase down. Here comes the tree. Roots down to Zai. They'll get the puck. They may lose Anna, but they do get Zai. Zai off the map for 20 seconds. A lot of space in that mid lane, as you say. Mid one taking this portion of the game to chill out, get these first items, get his Kaya before he starts getting super mobile around the map. And he's getting a lot of farm, second highest on the net worth, only behind his Jug. Nisha still leading the charge this game with the phase drums, and now into the Asher.
Yeah, he realizes it's not necessary as a Storm Spirit to get active this early on. He would probably just be wasting his time having to deal with that Tree and Protector living armor. So, gonna sit back, wait for the Kai to come out. I mean, Zai and Puppy are doing a great job in making sure this Phantom Assassin is having a miserable time. This Arcane Curse is so difficult for her to deal with. It's 6 seconds that she can't do anything. And if she does anything, it's another 5 seconds added onto it. And by that time, the cooldown will come back. Ana is going to take so much damage from the Silencer. And even once she gets like a BKB or something like that, it's still so much sustained damage that will come after a team fight.
Top lane pings are made, has No Tail. He's going to go for the solo smoke to head up here and try and help Seb get the pick off onto Yapzor. Yapzor, of course, been having a very good game so far with the Fishers. As the smoke will be dispelled, No Tail does end up walking into Puppy. Puppy's got his eyes on it. As No Tail will be unable to make that rotation and gank potentially onto Yapzor. The information's there for Secret. They'll play it safe and get back.
And they get the ward that No Tail was placing in that adventurous mission. And even though level 6 is available for Secret's Silencer with this global silence, they don't feel any need to use it. It's pretty much once mid one decides to start moving around the map and taking advantage of, being a Storm Spirit, will Puppy start using that global silence to help him defensively.
It's going to be so hard for Topson in the midst of the fights to do a whole lot. Anytime you hear or see that Rolling Thunder coming, you know the Puppy's going to be hitting the global.
Yeah, which is why Seb is rushing this Yule Scepter. He knows that he is the quickest solution to take care of the Storm Spirit. If this global comes out, he'll just purge himself, get down, and then root the Storm Spirit.
See, they're on the hunt here up top. Mid one has got Dust prepared. Sentry's going to be down. It gets Vision there. Actually a little scared because Topson's coming in with a haste root. Gets the silence block. Yovogo set up with a Fisher. Blocking on Topson into the global. He cannot get the Rolling Thunder off in time. Now he's the one in trouble. Zip Ball, Dreamcore, Vortex. They drag him in. Topson's dead. Secret quick to react to make sure that OG cannot find that jump that they hope for. The global's out, and everything's put to a stop for OG.
See, now this game I'm definitely on board with Topson going for a utility build. He's got Greaves queued up, anything to purge off this global. That's the name of the game for all of these OG heroes, because if he gets globaled into a leash and he's not able to use his Rolling Thunder at all, he's not the hero that you want in the mid lane getting such a high farm priority.
Looking towards Nisha, and instantly taking the root off with that blade through on the side, No Tail. He's trying to go in on top of Puppy with the fire strike. He will find it. They'll lose Jarek surely, as mid one's still got enough mana to play with. He may even get a living armor. Living armor. Turn around the soul by Jax. He's still alive. They have the control to hold back mid one and Zai. Anna pops the stick charges. No Tail shining up. Nisha will find the kill eventually onto Jax. He's going to try for more of the blade strike. Hobson. He's up to the side, pushes over the two, but Anna's in. He kills off mid one. They've got the control for more. They'll look towards Zai. Zai being chased down by Anna. See if they can finish this puck off. Then with the Phantom Strike, he's got another jump out to the side with the orb. Turns with the Dream Call to hold back Anna. Anna ticking to the sides of Topson and Seb. Can they help him out? No echoes there. Slam down from Yapzor. A triple kill setup. Topson still trying to find Zai. Face just back up. Zai still on the retreat. Can Topson get him? He can. Swashbuckles there. He will find Zai. The question if he can get out, he'll have to swashbuckle back up in a couple of seconds. Blade Fury's there. Swashbuckles available down into the river. Gets the disarm onto the Shaker.
No mana for a Fissure yet.
Got another jump out with a shield crash. So Topson, he will make it away. OG making the best of a bad situation there. At least able to find some kills in return for losing their cause, but still continues to be a hard game for all three of them. As you can see on the net web, they're very level with one another. but he's around his 5k point, whereas on the side is Secret, both mid one and Nisha jumping heavily ahead in farm. Nisha getting all the big kills in that fight.
All the big kills, all the experience, and they want to keep going.
In onto Nota, dragging with the Vortex, Global Silence as well to make sure there's no response from OG. As mid one's back out, easily safe. Kaya, 1k gold on top of it as well. You can only imagine the puppy's intelligence continues to grow this game. I was still on the 18 actually, wasn't around for that one. It was just the global that he offered in. Maybe though if they find Anna, but mid one unable to get the control before Anna's quick with the jump away. And Anna, he's come across that first hurdle, the 2k gold, pretty much has the demon edge, as he is going for the Battle Fury build this game. Feels that they don't have sort of the momentum to go straight for that Deso build. Knows that he's got to play the farm game.
Definitely not, and especially against a silencer, going for anything ultra aggressive is just going to come back and bite you. Although Global is down now for a pretty substantial amount of time, so another minute and a half. So ideally OG can start to look for something, and four of the heroes are grouping up bot. They can start to try to take these towers, but despite being such an active game, every single tier 1 tower remains, and that's not too surprising on the side of OG because they've got a Treant Protector.
Mid lane mid one, tries for the zip, Fisher won't connect from Yapzor, so Notel's fine, he's actually going to look for the lasso. TP's in, do they have to chain lock down? They don't, not quick enough. Mid one's able to get away. No follow-up in time to allow them to do anything with the lasso. Seb still down bottom, Yul Scepter pretty much done on this Treant. We can definitely expect to see Seb get a little more involved. Taking this tier 1 tower bottom as well, as you say, it's been a game where none of the towers have fought as of yet. And we could definitely see that being the case for a long time with OG having this living armor on their side.
Yeah, until Secret starts grouping up as 5, these towers are going to remain. I mean, we saw earlier there was a siege at the tier 1. Oh, but look at that. It's basically at 100% HP now. Those bot tower, on the other hand.
Yeah, Secret themselves, no real way of holding the tower. They'll let it go. So Jax will get the goal for it. Mid lane, starting to poke with Thompson. Does get the shield crash. And living armor. They're starting to now make these sort of pick-offs that Secret were finding successful earlier. A little harder to make. They've got to commit a little more to get the kills as quickly as they were in the early game. Starting to slow down, and that could definitely benefit this Anna PA if he's able to hit his farming times.
They're slowing down, but they're slowing down with good intention. Yapzor has completed his Blink Dagger a few minutes ago, and Puck Zai is working his way to one, gonna have it in 200 gold. And then once those are up, once the global is back, if you can keep finding good initiation.
Got eyes on Seb. Seb's in trouble, zipping from mid-one, there's backup on the way. Yapzor's in with the control. They're trying to get in with that Rolling Thunder, but with the global silence, Thompson cannot shield crash up to the high ground. They've got to now get out of there. They've lost Seb. Jump in with the Omni-Slash Misha. He found a second. They're even going to find Jerax as well. Caught in between the two of them. A Secret find 3. These global silences making it impossible for OG to play their lineup in these team fights.
Yeah, none of the purges are online yet. Still, Greaves still quite a ways away for Thompson. Yule's still not online yet for that Treant Protector. Taking these fights is so very dangerous because they don't even have the Blink Daggers. It's not like they can initiate and then be like, okay, we can back off now. We can bait out the global silence. Once the global comes out, how are you going to get away from a Dreamcoil? How are you going to get away from a Storm Spirit with Ball Lightning and Kaya?
Yeah, it's just so hard for OG to fight anytime it's there. They've got to try and make something happen within that pretty long window when the global silence is unavailable for Puppy.
Yeah.
So far with the pace the Secret's been playing, it's proved to be very hard for OG to punish that opening.
And this is something that OG are kind of used to at this point. I mean, they've run no-tail Bad Rider so many times, and other teams would never dream of it. They're like, if my Bad Rider doesn't get BOTs in the first, 15 minutes, then why am I playing this hero? But OG know that, you can sacrifice a little bit of early game dominance, especially against the Silencer where you know it's going to be difficult anyway to play a Bad Rider, and just hope that things will go well your way whenever you get the initiation items, maybe post 30 minutes.
This will be a big kill if they can find it. Seb with the vision set up onto mid-pond. Anna's on his way over, but already the Vortex control is going to make sure there's no overgrowth from Seb to follow up the initial route. Mid-one's able to zip back to safety.
Even if they get these disables, they need to hope they can chain it into a lucky shot, or maybe an ink swell. And honestly, Jerax's Green Stroke has just not been as much of a game breaker as he has been in previous games.
A lot of casualties in that laning stage for Jerax.
Exactly.
It was a tough lane down bottom, and Secret, they punished the hell out of it against OG. A lot of kills, getting Nisha that propulsion to get to this lead that he's at. 11k net worth at 21 minutes in. This Jug is hitting timings that Ana is struggling to keep up with. By quite some time. I mean, he's nearly got the Manta style complete on Nisha.
Yeah, and then he can use Blade Fury at his luxury to get out of overgrowth.
8-0-8. They just haven't been able to kill him. This could be the case where pretty much all three of Secret's cores, they're very slippery. Nisha with the Blade Fury, Zai with the Orb, Midbomb with the Zip. These are not easy targets to kill.
Sentry Ward's place, scan comes out, Dire knows that Secret's on their high ground and Seb is just dancing around. If he moves a little bit south though, he might show up in the Sentry Ward, but Secret's gonna back off. Let this Storm Spirit start to siege up top, although, you're kind of wasting your time if you're just one hero against a Treant Protector trying to push a tower. They're gonna move into Roche instead, and Treant Protector can't help that unless he actually moves to the pit.
There's no way that OG can contest this Roche.
With the Thompson Rolling Thunder, it has potential, but they already blew their scan on the high ground.
And Global's backup for Puppey.
Exactly. So they're not 100% sure where Secret even is, though, because they're not committing to this tier 2 push down bot. They're just kind of gathering up mid, and now it seems like a handful of heroes are converging, but this Roche is already too far gone at this point, and looks like the Storm Spirit's going to be very, very happy.
Thompson has got the Greaves out, so has got a way to remove those globals. There's the silence coming in. In fact, he's stunned up as well. He's not even going to get a chance to use the Greaves. It looks like he did, but it didn't matter. The stun control just means that he's wiped out of the game immediately. No tail as well. Should tick down to the curse. Dream Coil being used as well. Living Armor is keeping him alive a little bit. In fact, up on the cliff as well. They can't quite see him. Now they can, though. He shows himself. The Bat dead as well.
Oh god, this fire. Oh god. Oh, he needs me. Okay, he's fine. Very surprising that they choose to take that engagement. I mean, again, it is Rolling Thunder inside of the Roche pit, so in theory, if you can make their way fast enough, then it's great. But he doesn't have a Blink Dagger on this Pangolier, it's a Greaves. So even if you do activate the Rolling Thunder on the high ground, the amount of time that it'll take you to make your way into the pit and start bumping around, the Aegis was already claimed, and maybe they thought that, okay, they have high ground vision of us, Storm Spirit is going to catch us if we try to disengage, but it was a very, very heavy commitment, and I suppose at the minimum, Global Silence was used, but Puppey's... Dude, that's 26 in. The Silencer is not going to be able to get picked off in a team fight situation very, very quickly. He's got 2 chainmails. He knows what he's doing to survive against this Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, all about those arm items, Puppey. His bucklers, and as you say, the chainmails, that's the kind of stuff that he likes to rock. He knows the power of having that physical damage reduction at this point, especially against heroes like the PA. Ana, Battle Fury, 1600 gold in towards the BKB. This game very much for OG about keeping this game going to allow him to get the farm set. He's just going to walk straight up into the mid lane. And we'll go for the self-fuels. Has the Living Armor, still has the Overgrowth if he feels the need to pop it. Thompson jumps in with the Swashbuckle. No tail in the fight as well. Ana going in, looking for those crits. Can he find it? The lasso control is there. Can they actually kill Nisha off? The bounces are true. But Ana, he's losing a lot of health for this. Overgrowth's going to be used, holding the 3 of them down. But Midbomb still freezes out towards Jerax. Jerax getting used down low by these overloads. As Nisha gets the kill, Jerax is gone. OG, they have to be careful. They have to back up. They cannot afford to lose anyone else here. The jump forward. Yapsa finds the Fisher. Blink over from Zai. They close the gap. This PA in trouble. Can Ana jump away once more towards No-Tail? The curse still going. He'll go immediately for the TP out. There's nothing to cancel it. He will escape. But Seb won't be quite as fortunate. And maybe No-Tail too, as he's trying to firefly away. But Yapsa jumps in control once again from Yapsa's Shaker. Absolutely unbelievable. As 3 die on OG, 25-9 at 25 minutes in. Secret with a 12k gold lead.
Stupendous.
This is the worst feeling as a Phantom Assassin, is when you can't even insta-give a support. Puppey Silencer had 25 armor when he was sitting underneath his tier 1 tower, so he went for a couple of Phantom Strikes, he went for the dagger, it couldn't finish him off, and he was like, alright, whatever, at this point, I'm not going to waste any more time with it. Tried to move on to the Storm Spirit.
And Thompson is going to be found down bottom. Zai spots him out with the Orb. The Dream Coil counts the TP. Yapsa and Midbomb will finish him off short. He's got a Swashbuckle, but it doesn't matter. The burst damage is there. The kill's being picked up for Midbomb after that freshly found Bloodstone. As they're just racking up, so this Infinite scaling. Puppey 32 stolen in.
It's getting very close to the point of no return right now for OG.
I mean, just looking at Nisha's items, he's just had the freest game ever on this jug. It really has worked out to be the perfect final pick for Secret, and Nisha's played it as such. 11-0-9, 4 minutes faster than the average. This Mjolnir timing, I mean, all of his item timings this Jug is just almost impossible for OG to deal with at this point.
The Jug and the Storm Sword as well, 15 Bloodstone charges. With an Arcane Rune, let's go.
Yeah, mid one. He's just going in. He's looking for the squishies, looking for those easy picks, looking for those easy Bloodstone charges. As Jerax found alone. And even if he wasn't, it feels at this stage, mid one's pretty free to zip in as he wishes. Especially with a minute left on that Aegis. Not really too much at all that he has to be scared of, especially when Puppey as well has Global Silence ready to utilize. He can just ball in and know he's going to have that global backup that makes it so hard for OG to do anything. There's No-Tail who come out of the base, but mid-one's already hunting him down. A Fisher from Yapso jumping as well. No-Tail's gone. More Bloodstone charges for the Storm. They'll try and chase towards Thompson. He has got the Greaves. Remove that curse and potential silence.
The lack of initiation is just killing OG right now because Puppey has all the luxury of using global whenever he wants. The way to play against the Silencer is to force out useless globals.
We're seeing a heavy amount of TPing back here. They really want to find Anna. I think the full 5-man TP coming into play. It looks like mid-one did not get out. They'll kill Anna. Mid-one was left behind. Can they kill him 2 times? 10 seconds on the Aegis. It's in their best interest to not kill him too quickly, but they do. They do kill him before the Aegis is gone, so he's going to have that second life now to play with, and he's going to play with them, straight in with the zip, global as well, they're in and with the silence on towards Jerax. Is there anything Thompson can do to save him? He will put the Greaves, and that will put mid-one up, going for more. Silence is out, on to Zai. Can they actually kill him off? Puppey comes in, Soulbind on the two of them, Lasso controlling the silencer. Can OG get these kills? They should get over there. In with the Echo Slam, the Omni Slash far off from Nisha. As OG, four buybacks will come out, but a 19k lead now, 32 for 9. Secret just keeping the show rolling.
Oh, that's brutal. Storm Spirit activates the Bloodstone before his first step, buys enough time for Zai's BOT Puck to come in, and then Puck takes the focus. Everyone starts converging on him. Then Silencer comes in. He's like, hey, look at me. I'll get leashed along with the Puck. Everyone groups up to kill these two heroes. Mid-one backs off, and then in comes Yapster with an amazing Echo Slam.
And Seb, he's going to come out here. They have got a sentry down. Mid-one's around as well. Seb will hide himself in the trees again, making sure that he doesn't get hit by the ball lightning. In terms of the info, as already, mid-one has actually run out of mana. Do they have the damage to kill him? They've got the silence on him. Watchbuck as well. Thompson's going to jump forward. They'll kill him off. It's a big kill for OG. Can they get more from it? They're looking at Nisha. Nisha, he has got a lot of teammates coming in. The Yapzor jumps forward with a silence pop from the lucky shot. The Shaker's jumped in. He's very tanky. There'll be a buyback from mid-one ready to come into the fight. They're already backing OG notes. They'll TP No-Tail out. They will lose Jerax. Seb trying to get away, but mid-one's in. Vortex has control. They'll lose Seb, and they'll look to try and play for more here, utilizing that buyback of mid-one. See what more they can get. Mid-one's going to head out to the side. He's low on mana. Manisha can keep the push going on. 3,700 gold on this Juggernaut. He can start building into his butterfly.
Now, typically in these situations, OG starts cutting creep waves like crazy, but Secret are already ready for that. They've got the BOTs on Puck, and they've got a Storm Spirit who can easily back up and find whoever's trying to cut these creep waves, and despite Thompson being behind enemy lines, he has to do it from the high ground.
He does swashbuckle in, mid-one, straight towards the back lines, drags in onto No-Tail again. These fishes from Yapso clip the two of them. No-Tail's dead, global silence used. They waited out, OG will be able to move Thompson far enough away, so Secret can only just get the No-Tail kill. They won't get Thompson. They have to be a little careful with the fact that they used that buyback on the Storm. Thompson as well, can't afford to get too close to Nisha. Shield crunch is there, but already in with the control onto him, and that's going to be Thompson in a whole lot of trouble. He tries to get the volley out. Can he escape? He's bouncing around, incredibly low. Needs to somehow jump himself up to the high ground. He will get away. Thompson will survive. Anna, BKB used, has got the ability to jump over towards safety on the high ground. He'll get away and out of that. OG were able to take Puppey down.
Thompson lives, but that's a 10-second BKB being spent for Anna for ultimately just one support kill. And now Roach has the potential to respawn in a minute.
Seb's got to be careful, but the dust is there on him. Has got the Yules to remove it, but another dust is there, ready to follow it up. He cannot get the overgrowth out. Yapso enters up as Anna gets baited into this. Drag back as well. Jerax, can he do anything to save Anna? He will allow the chance for Anna to jump over to the side. Thompson Thompson tag teams in, goes in with the swashbuckle. Zai still on top of Anna and Jarek. They're both silenced. Anna, he's got to keep on the retreat. Another Fisher. Yapzor, he clips on the right of Anna. Over to Jarek. Mid one's in. He's drawing them out of the silence. Jarek's making sure that Anna has a chance to get up to the high ground. TP over from Noto coming as well. But the jump in from Zai. The new damage with the orb. Anna is dead. He does have buyback available. He's gone for 60 seconds if he doesn't use it. A secret. Pushing onto the tier 3s. Notel will go for the lasso. There's the buyback from Anna. What can they do? Fish is out, and Secret will back. They'll respect the PA buyback. And Seb coming back into the game as well. Thompson instantly silenced Greaves. He has the Rolling Thunder. Can he lock down any of them long enough for the rest of OG to get in? Anna, Inkswell's on him. They jump in. The Inkswell is there. Rolling Thunder about to come in. Up the Fisher from Yapzor stops the Rolling Thunder coming back over. Nisha goes for the TPO. And he's away. He's out of there. Back to safety. Despite OG's best attempts, they couldn't quite get that jug.
I guess Grimshark wasn't available to. Well, the Soulbind wouldn't have leashed anyone. So yeah, with Lasso being down, Blade Fury TP gets him out of what should have been near certain death, and Nisha continues his 0-death streak, 16-0-14 right now.
I mean, some of these KDAs are just looking ridiculous. We just saw Yapzor as well. With the amount of involvement that he's had, these assists going off the charts, 27 assists on his Shaker.
And it's such a great game for him because he doesn't have to be the first one to initiate. He's letting mid one take care of it. And as soon as everyone starts gathering up on this Storm Spirit, Yapzor finds the opportunity to immediately come in, smash like 2 or 3 people. Which is available, thanks Zai.
And it is indeed, and with the lead that Secret out, they're very free to go for it as they wish. Very hard for OG to fight around these points, even with having like the Pango, Thompson with the Rolling Thunder. It's just not enough at the moment. Secret have so much counterplay.
They're going to smoke up as the Juggernaut enters the Roche Pit alone. The rest of Secret will look for a pick.
Scans there from OG, so they know for sure the Secret's in here.
They don't look like they're willing to challenge it though. They know what they're up against. They know fighting into a global when pretty much only 2 of your heroes have a purge. Well, I guess 3. You got the BKB on the Phantom Assassin, you got the Yules on the Train Protector, and you got the Greaves on the Pango.
We have an Aegis, Phoenicia. Secret, we'll see what more they can find. They are still yet to break the base. Tier 3's dual stand for OG. Still that power of the Septrian. They can prolong the game, keep those towers safe, Jarek. Tries for the TP out, but Yapzor, he's got him read like a book. Jarek's caught and found out. As Jarek's having pretty much the polar opposite of a game that Yapzor's having. A lot of deaths on this Grimstroke. It has not been a great time for him.
Just want to point out a quick 42 int on the Silencer. No big deal, top lane.
They might just be about to be even more as Notel, found by the 2 of them, trying to shut these waves out. Zai and Puppey will get him. Anna and Thompson, they are coming over, but this mass TP's coming in from Secret. Secret have 4 heroes here. They're going to try and jump. The silence is out. Anna now popping the BKB. They really want the silence to death. They won't get him, but Puppey, insta buyback. He's ready to turn back up to the fight, and Anna's BKB is about to fall. Anna needs more help, but there's the jump. Yapzor, the lockdown with the Echo. Overgrowth is not enough to allow Anna to get back to safety as Anna dead for 100 seconds. Seth also gone. OG tried to force something, but Secret with the lead that they have just make it impossible for OG to get those quick kills. Sure, they get in onto the silencer, but it just takes too long at this stage of the game to kill him.
I mean, even if they were able to get it, that just seemed like a frustration maneuver. They didn't have the Grimstroke around. Like, maybe if you get a Phantom Assassin who can jump in with an Inkswell quickly and be able to eliminate the silencer, it would be fine. But only half of OG were there. So being able to, going into that when you know Global's going to be up, when you know the enemy tier 1 tower is still up, it just seems like OG are just scrambling for something and not finding anything.
Sort of poking and prodding on this top lane, but mid one, he's in. Has used a lot of his mana to close this gap. The silence will connect on him. Living armor on Notel. We'll keep him fine for now as he gets away with the Firefly. Mid one, not with the mana to continue to chase. Swarming the Notel can TP back to the fountain. But the base in potential trouble. Living armor, will it be enough to slow down Secret? Stop them from getting his tier 3? I don't think so. With the damage that Nisha's sporting at the moment. Another living armor only slows down the inevitable. The tower's gone. Secret onto the racks. 30 seconds still without Anna, without that big hard-hitting PA that they need. Means that Secret will walk up, claim the melee racks for free. They'll take the range racks as well. 24 seconds still to play with. Anisha wants to keep the tempo up, keep the pressure on. Mid lane tower being pressured as well. Can they hold him back? Thompson, he walks in, instantly gets stunned. He needs help, he needs it fast. Glimmers upon him as well as the living armor. Thompson goes for the rolling thunder. They'll jump over the shield crash. He has got brilliant control here. Right, can he kill the two of them? The other goes there as well. They kill off Yapso. Sai in. Dream call over the three of them. No tail, silence up. They still haven't killed off Nisha. Nisha's still alive. Finally falls. They'll pop the Aegis. No tail buys back for this. They're throwing everything into this one energy and they have to. Can they get Nisha a second time? The X-Swell, the stun, the global. Sai in again. The man waiting with Nisha turns and has popped the BKB. Can he commit for a kill? Looks to Sai, but the face shift there. Sai continue to play around with him. He's rolled up. Can he jump out again? Yeah, with the echo. That's out of deck. Seb's gone as well. Thompson's out of the game. Thompson, he has buyback with 7 and I do not. Mid one, he found No-Tail as well. Yapto's Fisher sets up another. The Glimmer Cape will buy some time, but No-Tail still falls. As Thompson, he brought back for this. Omni-slash from Nisha finishes off the top. GG is called. And Secret will take game 1 of this best of 3. And Secret, they look to be on top form. That was a very, very scary performance from them.
I don't think OG are going to first phase Thompson Pango again. Yet again, the utility build, while you can justify someone to deal with the silencer, it just wasn't dealing any damage. And even though that last fight, the Rolling Thunder could have been amazing, the Puck Aghanim's Dream Coil just put a